if I was floating around in the ocean being only a head, I think I'd be slightly apoplectic. But unfortunately, or maybe fortunately, our spider is taking it all in her stride. Gaining immortality and not actually dying might be part of it. But since the heroes are on their journey through the labyrinth to go and liberate the elf village before it gets completely overrun, the demon lord, well, seemingly caring for the big mother spider, and now infested herself. The pieces are on the board, we just need to make our moves. So, let's watch the episode. Quite a few satellites out in the sky. I wonder what our sky scene would be if we had more than just the moon. Clearly visible, at least. And we've seen some of the giant sea monsters be utterly, well, turned into a mist when they come across the spider. Imminent return. And how many leviathans had to be sacrificed? How far did she travel? Yeah, like a stray dog. Fancy meeting that again on your journeys. And to turn up just when it's being stalked again. Coincidences, are they a thing? But we know that the little baby that was within the carriage is another of the reincarnators, and turns out to actually be a bit of an issue for the others. And how, with one of her parallel minds hitching a ride on the Demon Lord, how is Body going to be able to make use of that situation? And what would be the first evolution step that would be truly different from slight variations of a spider? I mean, the scythes were a good start. And since she saved the carriage, they might be a little grateful, but how would they know it was the same spider? And also, why would any of them think of rewarding it? Maybe it's best if you did. That guy looks very tired. So what's it like going through the usual routine of being a baby, but also having, I'm guessing, the wherewithal and inner monologue of an adult, well, adolescent. And she is here alone as far as she knows. I wonder if, reincarnation and all that was actually a thing. And you retained your memories of your past life. Would it be better to know that you did die, or it be just an instant transference? It's like, oh, why am I here? But also being a complete infant, knowing that you can't really defend yourself in any way. Is is anyone going to explain why she is a vampire? Well, they shouldn't be heretics then. People have worshipped worse. And if you lived in a world with skills and abilities, I think I'd hire some people that actually knew something other than just straight sword fighters. Isn't she adorable? Yeah, that if that's being your first experience of going outside and seeing something like that, yeah, you may become a shut in. No, the outside is scary. What did you find? Looks like you're not free from it. Well, they're not really going to be able to. Who are they going to sell it to? They're fugitives, remember? Don't ask for more than he's willing to help them with. Anymore, he wouldn't be able to play off just being a senile old man who seemed to not ask who he's helping. They still have to make a few stopovers, do they? And they have to make sure they land far enough away for her to be able to get dressed. Oh. How dare you have a colour of wings that you had no option of choosing out? So it's all just variations on. on going, working around skills and whatnot. But people actively give away their abilities. Not much has changed. Wherever you go, there's going to be religious wars going on. Slight discrepancies on how they follow the Holy Scripture. Don't need to whisper. You're high up in the air. Just be glad you've got anything. Does anyone in this village have any skills left if they're so fervent in giving them away? It will... What was that? I thought there was going to be just a, generic ruffian. Who do you think you're bumping into kind of thing? Hmm. And what if when you come across him there is no brainwashing? What then? I don't think it would be wise to get involved in either side, even if they weren't under the influence of Hugo. Those damn knife ears. There seems to be a lot of them versus us mentality, but then again, there always have been. Ah, poor guard, he was only doing his job. What's with the symbol that was on that skill? The eyes. To be able to do that from a distance, not having a true line of sight, people just falling over, no sound, no nothing, just death. It would leave a sour taste in your mouth, would it? Yeah, you leave one alive so you can find out more. Simple, but effective. If only your visions had sound as well. Well, those are wood elves. How dare you taint my imagery of what elves are meant to be? They deserve to be wiped out. Hang on, isn't exactly that what the pontiff was thinking as well? I mean, there has been so many games where killing bandits and things like that leave... you don't have to think about it twice. So in a world like this, how would you think about the sanctity of life? You see, this is, when his head was still attached to his body. So, the higher-ups and leaders of the other countries and factions, what are their views on reincarnators? Also, knowing that the Demon Lord and Spider and whatnot is out there, would you think that all creatures and critters like that were potential spies? Pachi. Is bandit a species? Well, find out who they are first. How is your god gonna protect you now? Bandits don't really wear a badge or identifier that they are bandits. So maybe they were just doing their daily prayer and mass. A good plan. But more and more people are becoming aware of her existence. Sure. Being a spy must be tiring. And now various factions, little groups of bandits and whatnot. Does anyone actually ever take action to shut them down and arrest them? Almost all stories that I've seen in fantasy realms just leave it to wandering heroes or adventurers. But at least he's trying to think it through. And if they had a direct line to any of the administrators, what would they think about the religions that have sprung up? But, you're not following the same version of my religion, therefore I hate you. How does that belief hurt them, though? As long as they don't do anything stupid. Was that entirely her? Take no action against it, and you should be fine. But anything else, would you just leave a family of wolves out there? Or would you take precautionary measures. Well, it murders almost indiscriminately, but it doesn't just act like a normal monster. Who is it designed to heal? That. Oh no, there's going to be a spider religion. All worship our great arachnid overlord. Yeah, I don't think a apology is going to cut it. Some things are not worth thinking about. How did you find me? Yeah, sure, why not? It doesn't take any time out of your day. You were just sitting there in the tree. Oh. Can you do something to just wipe out cancer? Would cancer be a status effect? And seeing the disparity on how she looks compared to how she thinks she looks. It wouldn't be so bad setting up a shrine to gain offerings every now and again, being the protector of a village. Well, until someone starts to clamp down on your actions. A false prophet and all that. So, little Sophia Vampire is probably going to have an interaction with spiders soon. And how is that meeting going to go down? Is she going to be able to pick up a communication skill before then? And has this show changed anyone's opinion on spiders? Or just reaffirmed? They should probably have a comfortable sleep every now and again, now that there's people following her. I didn't think so soon. Have you gathered quite a crowd? Heal one, and they will all want it. Yeah, you're gonna need to start charging. But if they don't pay, she's gonna do worse than break their kneecaps. When we first started all of this, would you have thought that she would be worshipped as some sort of deity? Or at least a deity's offshoot? Certainly not when she was getting sprayed in the face with frog acid. You have came quite some way, little spider, and the journey is not over yet. But it also does kind of represent the usual path trajectory on games. Start off as a nobody, somehow ends up as a legendary hero of all time and space. Or leave the world in a perpetual frozen state of time where you've paused the game, walked off, and never played it again. So many worlds not saved. You know, if reincarnations were true, we're going to have to be very careful what we say around, well, pretty much anything from now on, just in case they have that sentience to understand. But with what has unravelled here, well, it's almost certain that she's going to obtain a new kind of title. The benefits that would come with, we're going to have to see, but it might be more than just a few apples. Also, with some evolutions being locked off behind requirements, maybe this will open up a new branch on the tree. Time will tell. Things are proceeding. If you liked this one, let me know. As always, leaving a like and comment really does help me out. Not only does it make me smile, but kind of helps out the videos and lets me know that you're enjoying it, which just makes me want to do even more. That's always a good thing. So make sure to come back for another one. I'll still be here, gaining 0 XP, perpetually level 1. Join me again though. If you want to start leaving offerings now for the world religion that my channel will inevitably become, then consider joining on to my Patreon. Early adopters will get absolutely 0 benefits because I am obviously not any sort of god. But anyway, I need to thank Sal, Raywin, Elachican, Tafia, Shiwan, Mecha, Jennifer Rojas, Sinsfire, Big Boy, Mats, Rasmus Poulsen, Girly, Dark Shadow 7899, and everyone else. Because thanks to you, I get to live in relative ease and have as many juicy apples as I wish.